Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today, let's continue exploring human-centric characters. Yesterday, we were talking about a 人, human, and today we're talking about a character that's made of two humans over there. So if you compare, okay, let's compare first simplified versus traditional. The top simplified, we can still see two human figures stack up next to each other. Traditional is way more complicated. Besides these two humans next to each other, we have on the left side three strokes, nothing but like footsteps, specifically left footsteps. And we skip the right footsteps because if you walk, if you see the left side of the footstep, you gotta have the right foot in there. Where two leg or 2 feet moving being. And the right side is one single foot, which is the right foot. Interesting. The left footstep plus the right foot. The right foot is because Chinese simplify foot symbol into 3 toes. The big toe, the pinky toe, and the rest of the toes in the middle of it. And it's structured like this. And this is the sole of the toe. So when we have the foot symbol by itself, it means stand still. When we add the 3 strokes, that's footsteps in there, that's evidence of walking. So when we have footsteps plus foot, together they mean walking. And we have walking plus this one figure next to each other. That means one follows another. That's the origin of follow. And I guess in the sense, the simplified Chinese connects with the script Chinese, which is 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years dictionary summarized, somebody summarized how Chinese sort of standardized and how Chinese would look, would be most correct version of this concept. So 2 of them next to each other, that means follow. And if you compare to the single human figure, this English letter R looking thing, you can see we get rid of the curvatures on the right side, the right stroke, to complete supposedly the back torso of humans, because the front is relatively flat, and it's the back that shows the curvature of our spine, our butt, legs. So it's not a straight line. It's less straight as in the back side of our body. So Chinese exaggerated that a little bit and give you the front and back side. That way they can show you this is a person facing toward the left because the front side is on the left side. I mean, the front side of the torso is on the left side. So it's left side facing, and Chinese left side facing is the forward facing. When we have 2 of them next to each other, that means 2 humans are lined up and one is following the other. They are going toward forward facing, going toward the same destination. So that's why it's follow. And traditional Chinese make sure there are motion involved. There are walking sign in there. Okay. 3 expressions. 随从. 随从 means track and follow. The difference between the two is the track could be hunters tracking down an animal. So over here, well, I probably should do another episode talking about just the single character, but we have this cliff over there. We have this following, this walking sign simplified like that. And then we have 3 finger hand symbol. This is again simplified. You can hardly see it. And then the bottom right here, packed in here is meat, some bicep of an animal. So supposedly it's the hunters following the tracks of the animal and follow the animal all the way to the corner, to the cliff where the animal got cornered. That's how you hunt it down for the meat, for the bicep. Okay, I mean best bicep here, not that. Okay, 随从, then 从 means follow. Follow, as the character shows, is one human follow another human. There's no hunting down sense in there. Versus 随 is more like a tracking. Even if the object of your following is not in your vision, but based on the tracks, you can still follow that animal, right? This is a human animal follow. That's 随. And human follow. That's 从. That's follow. Eventually, Chinese don't differentiate between the two. Like the nuances of Chinese character since its origin got lost over time. People just use it without differentiate, like 随从. Sounds the same to me until we unpack here. Okay. 从军 is a Chinese way to say join the army. But instead of saying join, we use follow. And 军 is troop, means most likely army, infantry. And 从军 is follow wherever the body of the army goes, you follow. Or you follow the instructions. So in that sense, this 从军give it a sense of you're following the orders, the behavior expectation of once you join the army, you're supposed to follow the army. So Chinese directly give you 从军 to tell you you need to follow the troop, not just join, like more generic term. And 从纵 this 纵 3-person stack up together. So as you can see here, it's the same human structure, but we put it 3 times. And when Chinese repeat the same icon 3 times, we will place 1 on the top, 2 at the bottom, have this triangle shape. So it's a human figure, and then 3 times of that. When we have 3 is a crowd, right? So same Chinese versus English, when 3 of them, we regard it as a crowd because 3 of them, that means the relationship between, it is interpersonal relationship, but when it's beyond the 3, it's more than interpersonal relationship. Things get way more complicated. A 3-person will have a 3 set of relationship, and things get complicated versus 2-person is just double line there, right? Back and forth. Okay, so 从众. Okay, it's curl the tongue. Okay, you cannot pronounce flat. You have to curl the tongue. It's a 重, not a 重. I was earlier mispronounced. 从众. As you can see here, there are 5 human figures over there. So Chinese build such concept from 1 icon. 从 means follow. And 众, when we have 3 of them stack up together as a crowd. Follow the crowd means crowd mentality. You don't have your own decision-making process. You just simply follow whatever the crowd is doing. And, in today's world, it will be follow the trend. You don't want to deviate from what everybody else is doing. So that's 从众. And I want to point out that 从军 and 从众 both are follow, but the connotation when they depends on the content, depends on this 从, the same 从 pair with which character. It can carry totally different meaning. When it's 从军, it's encouraged that you follow the order. You be loyal and disciplined in the troop environment. That's encouraged behavior. You don't want to deviate from however the army or the troop is expecting you to behave. That's 从军 is positive connotation versus when it's 从众, you follow the crowd. It means you don't make your own judgment. You give up your thinking function and you simply follow whatever everybody else is doing. You may not understand the reason they are doing it, but you simply follow others' behavior. And that's negative. At least in my reading, whenever I see 从众, it doesn't mean a good way. It means it's almost like marketing to consumers. Consumers try to follow the trend, right? Try to purchase whatever marketers are pushing, and that's 从众. It may not even be suitable for you. So there is no curation, there's no selection on the part of the consumer. So when it's 从众, the result may not be good for individuals, but it's good for the marketers, right? So 从众 in Chinese is slightly negative connotation. So there you go. 从 one follow another. Thank you for your time. See you another day.